Have you ever wondered why some people seem to conquer challenges with ease, while others struggle just to start? Why some build empires, write books, master skills, while others are trapped in cycles of procrastination and regret? The difference isn't about raw talent, luck, or even intelligence. It's about self-discipline, the invisible force that shapes success more than anything else. And here's the good news. Self-discipline isn't something you're born with or without. It's a skill, one you can learn, build, and master. Today, we're diving deep into the wisdom of one of history's greatest minds, Aristotle. His insights into self-mastery are as powerful today as they were 2,300 years ago. So if you're ready to take control of your life, sharpen your mind, and turn dreams into action, stay with me. Let's uncover 5 timeless lessons from Aristotle that can change everything. Who was Aristotle, and why should we listen to him? Before we dive in, let's meet the man behind the wisdom. Aristotle wasn't just a philosopher, he was a force of nature. Living from 384 to 322 BC, he was a student of Plato and later became the tutor to Alexander the Great. But more importantly, he created a foundation for almost every field of study you can think of, from biology to politics, ethics to poetry. Some of his most influential works include Nicomachean Ethics, Politics, and Metaphysics, texts that still shape how we think about human nature, virtue, and happiness. He wasn't just thinking about life, he was living it, teaching, writing, questioning, and exploring. Aristotle knew that a life well lived isn't about chasing pleasures or avoiding pain, it's about cultivating virtue. And the key to virtue is self-discipline. Let's see how his philosophy can unlock a new level of power in your life. Recognize that you have the power to choose. Aristotle believed that free will isn't optional. It's what makes us human. He once wrote, "We are the masters of our actions from the beginning to the end." Think about that for a second. Every choice you make, every action you take, is yours. You're not a puppet pulled by invisible strings. You have the ability to say yes, and just as importantly, the strength to say no. This is where self-discipline begins. By realizing that you always have a choice. When you decide to hit snooze instead of getting up, that's a choice. When you decide to open a book instead of scrolling on your phone, that's a choice. The more you own this truth, the more powerful you become. Most people drift through life blaming circumstances, bad luck, or other people. But not you. Starting today, take full ownership of your choices. It's the first and most important step toward mastering yourself. Train your desires. Don't let them train you. Aristotle didn't see emotions or desires as enemies. He saw them as wild horses, powerful, beautiful, and dangerous if left unchecked. He said, "The good for man is an activity of the soul in accordance with virtue." In other words, happiness comes not from indulging every impulse, but from training your desires to serve your higher goals. Self-discipline isn't about killing joy. It's about aligning your short-term actions with your long-term values. Imagine your life as a chariot pulled by horses. If you let the horses run wild, you'll crash. But if you hold the reins firmly, you can guide them wherever you want to go. Start noticing your impulses. Are they leading you closer to your goals or dragging you away? The secret is not to suppress your desires, but to educate them. Train yourself to crave the things that truly nourish you: growth, learning, purpose. Over time, the things that once tempted you lose their power, and you become unstoppable. Pursue the golden mean. One of Aristotle's most famous ideas is the golden mean, the idea that virtue lies between two extremes. For example, courage is the balance between recklessness and cowardice. Generosity is the balance between wastefulness and stinginess. The same principle applies to self-discipline. Too little discipline and you drift into laziness and regret. Too much discipline and you risk becoming rigid, joyless, even obsessive. The goal is balance, not perfection. You're not a robot. You're a human being, designed to grow, stumble, learn, and rise again. Self-discipline is about staying on the path, adjusting as needed, without falling into either extreme. Ask yourself regularly, am I being too harsh on myself? Am I being too lenient? Aim for the middle way, steady, flexible, resilient. That's where true mastery lives. Build good habits, because character is habit. Aristotle famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Here's the truth. Self-discipline doesn't come from occasional bursts of motivation. It comes from the small daily actions that become automatic over time. You don't have to fight massive battles every day. You just have to win small battles, consistently. Want to be fit? Build the habit of exercising a little every day. Want to be wise? Build the habit of reading and thinking every day. Want to be free? Build the habit of choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. The beauty of habit is that once it's ingrained, it becomes easier, almost effortless. At first, discipline feels hard. Later, it feels natural. Start small. Start today. Your future self will thank you. Keep your eye on your purpose, your telos. For Aristotle, everything has a purpose, a telos. An acorn's purpose is to become an oak tree. A musician's purpose is to create beauty through sound. And your purpose, to fulfill your unique potential through virtue. Self-discipline makes sense only when it's connected to a bigger why. Without a purpose, discipline feels like punishment. With a purpose, discipline becomes devotion. So take time to reflect. What kind of life do you want to build? What kind of person do you want to become? Write it down. Make it vivid. Make it real. Every act of self-discipline then becomes a step toward that vision. Every sacrifice becomes meaningful. Every temptation you resist strengthens the muscle of your soul. As Aristotle taught, true happiness, true eudaimonia, doesn't come from chasing pleasure. It comes from becoming who you were meant to be. Here's the truth. Self-discipline isn't about suffering. It's about freedom, the freedom to become the best version of yourself. Aristotle's teachings remind us that greatness isn't an accident. It's a choice, made moment by moment, day by day. Believe in your ability to choose. Train your desires to serve your dreams. Walk the middle path. Build habits that lift you higher. And above all, never lose sight of your deeper purpose. The journey isn't easy, but it's worth it. Because you're not just building a better life, you're building a better you. Stay curious, stay disciplined. If this resonated with you and you want more philosophy that actually applies to real life, hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, you can't control the world, but you can control who you become in it. See you in the next one.